Have you ever had a teammate like this? And when they do actually buy a smoke, that's me, a level 7 that doesn't use any utilities. So I spent this week to learn all the smokes, molotovs, flashbang, and even HEs for every single map. The plan is mainly going through Austin CS's video where he shows 5 smokes in every map. And if I find his lineup hard, I will search an easier variation through this website. I will be recording down all of the lineups into my Notion database that I created from the last week's video. Basically, which map, site, where to throw it from, and where will it land. Even pictures as well to show the lineups. I will also be learning some tips and tricks for each of the maps like pixel gaps, off angle, stuff like that. Of course, first day would be Mirage. All the smokes I learned previously either doesn't work anymore or it's just not good. For example, test smoke, it covers sandwich so it's bad. My CT smoke, it doesn't land above ticket so people can stand up there to see into A main. And my mid smoke, which is way too slow since I'm crouch walking before throwing it. So anyways, let's get to learning. After 2 hours of throwing utilities, I finally have learned Mirage. It could have just been 1 hour, but I was figuring out how to use my database effectively. My favorite utility would be the Molotov from Nest to top of mid, such a simple yet powerful utility. Throwing the stair smokes is also extremely satisfying, just seeing it fly and then landing at the perfect location. As for the tips and tricks, my favorite would be this one where you can see through this gap right here to see into market. I would definitely be using that a lot more. In total, I learned 11 utilities and 20 tips and tricks for Mirage. Alright, day 2, similar to Mirage, Overpass has a lot of smokes that I have previously learned that doesn't work anymore, so I need to learn it all over again. Luckily, I kind of know what needs to be smoked with most of the maps, so all I have to do is just find some easy lineups.
The most important smoke is a monster smoke out of CT smoke.
Alright, after around 2 hours and 30 minutes, I finally am done. My favorite utility is definitely the one where you throw inside connector to blind B short. I haven't had much chance to use it yet because it's very much situational, but still it looks really cool. Also, a lot of people know this 2-man boost to C to B short, but not many actually know that you can also do the same 2-man boost at CT to C into B side as well. In total, I learned 7 utilities and 11 tips and tricks in Overpass. Day 3, we are going to learn Inferno today. While I was learning the utilities, I suddenly got a response in Reddit saying that my Faceit ticket was sorted out. My name in Faceit has finally been changed from Inferno's Lair to Verse Plus. It must have been fate considering the map and my name is the same. Anyways, my favorite utility would be the one that lands on top of boost, just bouncing off the ledge and up to CT boost. Amazing. My favorite trick would be this one where you can stand on top of mini pit and see short. It's such an amazing angle that not many people know about. In total, I learned 10 utilities and 10 tips and tricks in Inferno. Vertigo, let's go. I'm not really familiar with the map Vertigo, so I was a bit afraid, but surprisingly, this map does not have a lot of important utilities. In fact, it has the lowest utility count out of all the maps so far. I don't really have a favorite for this map, maybe the A ramp one. My favorite trick would be jumping on this box and looking into B stairs. In total, I learned 6 utilities and 13 tips and tricks in Vertigo. Something about seeing my database slowly filling up feels extremely satisfying for some reason. Day 5, time for Nuke. I just discovered another amazing video made by Cow the Billy and I actually quite like how simple his lineups are, so I'm going to be referring to his videos as well. My favorite utilities are actually this Molotov to top of hut and also the 2 outside smoke. Something about throwing smokes really far feels absolutely amazing. The tips and tricks I love for Nuke is asking for a boost on this box here and looking at trophy. In total, I learned 9 utilities and 11 tips and tricks for Nuke. Alright, I just came back from an event. It looks like it's about 10:36 PM. I didn't manage to play any games today, but we still have to learn the utils for Ancient today. So, let's just get right into it.
A few moments later.
Finally, I am done. This took a little while because I don't really know what is considered a good utility in this map. But anyways, we are done. I don't really have any favorite utility for this map, maybe because I'm too tired. For my favorite tips and tricks is definitely the self boost on top here. In total, 10 utilities and 13 tips and tricks has been learned for Ancient. I'm gonna go to sleep now. Alright, last day, we're learning Anubis. Let's just get right into it.
Ball and going until it reaches the arches. Left click throw. You want to jump from A main, you can flush up pillar.
Bro, why is there so many for Anubis? What is going on?
One eternity later.
Alright, and we're finally done. I'm extremely tired. I'm not sure why Anubis ended up with the most utilities out of all the other maps. But anyways, we're done. My favorite utilities is of course the one that requires to be thrown far, which is from T-spawn to mid. Very cool. I don't really have any favorite tips and tricks for Anubis. In total, 15 utilities and 7 tips and tricks has been learned for Anubis. So yeah, it's very time consuming, but it's totally worth it. My map knowledge has expanded greatly and I finally am no longer the guy that does not know a single lineup. As for my ranking, my premier rating went from 12,706 to 14,409, which means it has increased by 1,703 rating, and my face it elo has went up from 1,436 to 1,459, which means it has increased by a whopping 23 elo. You can tell that I did not play Face It much this week. Like and subscribe to make my suffering worth it. Click this video to see what mouse I have been using to throw all these amazing lineups.